Good morning on this glorious Sunday morning. A morning that in Johannesburg is filled with a lightness, a crispness, a freshness. We've had 2 days of rain, and rain brings forth such clarity because if you're truly silent and you listen, existence speaks to us through the rain. There is so much beauty, so much wisdom that comes to us through the rain. And maybe that will be a conversation for another time. But today I really want to maybe just bring forth something, a distinction. Many people in this past week have been speaking about change and how to manage change and what change is. And within change, here are the strategies of where you need to be and how you need to be. And with change comes fear and anxiety and all of these things that have been spoken about. And yet for me, this is not about change. This is about evolution. This is about a dramatic shift in consciousness. This is about you being new through this transition. And therein is another distinction, is that we are not changing, we are simply transitioning. We are going from one known consciousness into another consciousness, if you allow it. The planet is going to evolve. This is a call for us as individuals to evolve. People talk about humanity evolving. Who makes up humanity? Humanity is made up of individuals. So allow yourself to evolve. Take this gift of silence and go inwards to find your uniqueness. It's not required to distract yourself with all of these strategies and methodologies on how to manage these 21 days. Because if at 19 days it gets called off, you'll go, yay, 2 days free, and off you go. And if it becomes 44, 64, 104 days, what are you going to do then? Find another strategy to get through it? There's nothing to get through. This is about refining yourself and finding the uniqueness that you are to bring forth into the world. And it's in this understanding and resting in this understanding that we are simply evolving that allows you to go in and become still, truly, truly still. To let go of this identity that you're holding on to, this identity that says this is who I am and this is what's important to me. Because many of these things that you're holding as important to you and valid to you and ways of being that you think you need, they are not true. You have adopted them from someone else, and you still are adopting many of these things by going through strategies on how to get through this. This is a call for you to become so still that you see yourself as the individual that you are. And let me be very clear, when you see yourself as the individual as you are, that is when you become truly more engaged with others. It is when you are trying to fit into another's paradigm, that's when you get lost. That's when you lose yourself. Your identity becomes intertwined with the expectations of others. So in this moment of being able to go still and go inwards and find who you truly are, allowing your beingness to emerge, that is when a newness will come forth. And if each individual's newness comes forth, then humanity's newness comes forth. And then we are evolving. This experience, call it a virus, call it whatever you want, is simply the planetary way of bringing in a catalyst for humanity to evolve. Throughout the eons of our way of on this planet, humanity does not evolve until the times become tumultuous enough for a shift in consciousness. So instead of looking for the distractions and managing how you are going to get through this, become still. All your biblical references, all your spiritual teachings will all tell you that the greatest shift in consciousness comes through when you have become so still within that your beingness emerges, that your voice of truth emerges, that who you are emerges. So put down the phones. Put down, and this is even in the paradox and the irony of this video, is that even in this there is a distraction. But maybe after watching this, you'll give yourself the gift of silence. You'll give yourself the gift of devotion to who you truly are. Because it's within the silence that you truly come forth. Find your uniqueness. Find who you truly are. Because through this transition, through this evolution, allow yourself to evolve. Let go of your identities. Let go of your entanglements. Come forth new. Come forth fresh. Come forth where you can contribute who you are in your authentic way, in your truth. Because that is where real spiritual liberation is. Liberation and spiritual liberation is not being able to do what you want and say what you want. That is a byproduct. That is something that may or may not become available. But the true liberation is the expression of yourself. The true liberation is the beingness, the essence of you flowing naturally within your life, within your existence. So my wish or my prayer, or however you want to structure it, is that take the next few days and become completely silent. Become radically truthful to yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I really want? And allow the truth of who you are to answer that question. The big you, not the little you that's looking for the strategies to manage this. Allow the bigness of who you are to flow forth. And as you evolve, so each of us will evolve. And in this evolution, we will come through this, not as a way of moving through something to survive it. We will come through this refined. We will come through this in a space of unity with source and oneness, the oneness that we are. And then we will start to experience a true evolution. So give yourself the gift of silence. As it said, be still and know that I am.